the sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a back body. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, share, and like. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring your Truly Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz. Big up to you. Big up to Mr. Sports Entertainment, and big up to the whole of the iBoxingHub family. We appreciate you all. It's been a great week. And before we get into the show, just big up to our sponsors, D-Rock. Yes, people. Obviously, you saw Mr. Sports Entertainment doing his shadow boxing, but just take advantage, people. 40% off everything. All you need to do is just type in the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and yeah, you can get 40% off everything. If you like what I'm wearing, just support the movement. But yeah, cuz it's been a great week. I just also need to remind people as well, the voting should be closed. We should get the results next week. So if we're fifth, fourth, third, second, first, you know, it's appreciation to the people. So thank you for those who took, participated in the poll. And we've got Abbas in the chat saying, hello, people. How we doing? How are you doing, bro? It's been a great week for you. So big up to you. And Ra, he's saying he's in the Hakum hot tub. So, bro, just make sure you're enjoying. Nothing naughty, but just make sure you're enjoying, man. But let's get down to business, man. What you saying?
Okay, so just before we briefly discuss about yesterday's event, there's something I saw on social media regarding Inoue. Eddie Hearn doesn't rate him. He said that he should be taken off the pound for pound list, because he's avoided his mandatory challenger 3 times. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, cuz you just started with some fire. You know, the monster. You saw what he did over the week, man. So big up to Inoue. But you know, Eddie Hearn's just throwing a bit of spice. And is he wrong? He's not wrong. But you know, just for what he's achieved in boxing, you can kind of give Inoue a slide, man. Like he doesn't have to fight his mandatory unless it's under his terms. If he wants to fight in Japan, come to Japan, fight the monster Inoue in his.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't fight your mandatory, don't they strip you?
Not necessarily. If you're defending your belt, cuz, like, remember, you're the champion.
Yeah, but
if you're defending your belt and you're paying the sanctioning bodies the money, they can't tell you nothing, cuz.
It's like, sorry, it's just like the IBF title. I think he got stripped. What's his name? Well, when he was the welterweight IBF champion, Crawford. Usyk had to vacate, because obviously if he didn't fight, because obviously he was scheduled to fight Tyson Fury, and unfortunately, you know, he had to vacate the IBF belt. If not, he would have got stripped. So that's why he gave it up. So I'm just thinking, like, don't the same rules apply to Inoue, or was it different government body, different? That's just mad to me. I just don't comprehend. You know, I just find it a bit crazy, because I thought it applies to all, really. If you don't fight, you know, the mandatory person, then we take the belt off you. But if you're saying that, well, the champion's the boss, he could just pay him off for one red tat, and I don't know. That's just crazy to me. I'm sorry. I find it hard to just yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And big up to Mr. Neutral as well. You know, I call him, Jim Watt, of this new boxing media commentary. So big up to him, and big up to Lucy. Lucy's facts always coming through. The fact she's saying that the IBF will strip the others eventually. So, and very rarely. So, what I think, it kind of goes to the whole topic of the week, which is the boxing league. Now, with UFC, it's one rule, one entity, one champion in each division, so it's a lot easier. Whereas with boxing, what it confuses the casual fans is that because there's so many different boxing organizations, different titles, it kind of makes it confusing on what each organization is doing. And, it's different rules for different organizations. Obviously, IBF are stricter, whereas the other organizations like the WBC, the WBA, the WBO, is, different rules. That's the issue of boxing. That's why I wanted to reverse it and say to you, if boxing was under one organization, it was just a boxing league. His Excellency was running the boxing league, one champion. Would you say that makes sense for boxing?
Do you know, it's a tricky one because I wouldn't want there to be a boxing league. I like this. I know as dumb as it may get sometimes, but I prefer this because the boxing league, I get it where you just fight. You're in the same league, you're ranked here, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I prefer this. Do you prefer a boxing league, or do you prefer what we've currently got at the moment, different organizations?
I can't lie, because I'm old school. I don't mind, the undisputed. We've seen some of our favorite fighters, like the Usyks, like the Crawfords, like the Inoues, Clarissa Shields. They've cleared out the division. It's been very difficult to do, but it can be done. I'm old school, I prefer it. But if they want to do a boxing league where everything is under one, it could work. It just depends how are they going to drop all the belts? Is it just going to be that one belt for each division? Whoever wins the league, that's the only way I could see it working. From a boxing to compete with football, it just makes it complicated, man.
I hear that, but you know what? Then, if let's just say, for example, if they were to drop the IBF, let's just say, okay, they just kept the WBC, then all the other organizations lost out on money. Do you know what I mean? This is nah. Do you know what? Forget it. MMA can just stick to MMA. Yeah, well, yeah. Boxing, I like this where you got an interim, and I prefer this. Well, moving on swiftly, just want to briefly touch on, I watched the main event yesterday of Dalton Smith and I've forgotten the fella's name for the European title. That was it was light work. When I say light work, if someone say it was terrible, the opponent, they thought it wasn't even worth. Like, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, he done what he needed to do. His route is going for the WBC title. Now, the WBC champion at the moment, right, at 140 is Devin Haney.
Yep. In reset. So
is he moving up to 147?
From my understanding, he's not going to fight at 140, man. I think he's going to move.
That belt, is it open? And is there somebody else? I don't know. Okay, because at the moment, he's saying he wants the WBC belt. And I think if that WBC belt is available and it's just there, I think it'll be a great time to see Dalton Smith versus what's his name?
Adam Azim.
Yeah.
No, Haney's in recess. Puello's the actual reigning champion. Big up to Lucy's Fat. She's getting involved. It makes sense, man. And you said it best. Dalton obviously produced a good performance yesterday. I definitely think he's ready for that, that world championship shot. However, you've got a fighter like Adam Azim who's fighting Lipinets, which that's going to be a good test. If he gets through that, put them both, for that vacant belt or to fight Puello if he's the champion.
Because at the moment, their division is on fire. Like literally the 140 division yeah, it's a force to be reckoned with because
You got a few names, man.
there's serious people in there. Do you know what I mean? So it's just with Adam Azim and with Thornton Smith, what route do they go? Do they fight each other or they push for a world title? And if should they win, then they unify, or if they both lose, then they fight each other. Do you know what I mean? I know it's dumb. I know it sounds silly saying it, but the reality is that will happen.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree with you. Just put them in a mix and make it happen. That's the sport, I think. Anyway, I think we're at that point now in boxing where let's see the best fight the best, man. Let's see the best prospect fight the next best prospect, so we can, see what they're really about. Because that's the only difference between, MMA and boxing right now. In MMA, you're seeing the best fight the best all the time because it's all under one roof. Whereas with, boxing, because there's different organizations, you can kind of take your time in fighting certain people. Like you could kind of just build yourself up to that. All right, let me just wait until he can build himself up a bit more so he can build his value. And it's too much business in boxing, unfortunately. So that's where it gets a little bit complicated with the boxing league. But look, I'm not overriding it, man. I just think we need to just see it, man. So Dalton Smith, Adam Azim, that should be the fight to make, man. But let's see what the people are saying. Oh, Rafferty is the WBC silver 140-pound champion. So I think that's the fight for Dalton. I definitely agree, Mr. Neutral. That's a great shout. And you got Puello fighting Sandor Martin on the Tank Roach undercard. Cause that's why Lucy's Fats, big up to her, man. She's in the States. She knows about the big event that's happening 1st of March. Cause next week, I realized we've got quite a few events happening next week, man. I can't even lie to you, man.
Yeah.
There's quite a few things happening next week, man. You got Clarissa Shields. She's gonna be in the unified World Heavyweight Championship fight. So that's gonna be interesting for her. And you've got Benavidez Morel next week, cuz as well. So I'm throwing it out there for you, man. What are you eating today?
What have I eaten today?
Now, what you eating? What you choosing between both of them?
It's interesting. Hold on, Clarissa Shields. She's fighting at heavyweight.
Yep.
Has she fought at heavyweight before?
Yep. She is the world champion, man. She is the world champion at heavyweight. Remember, her last fight was at heavyweight, cuz.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. BC. She's got that right there, man. So she's fighting for the unified heavyweight championship now, man. So this is gonna be a tough fight. She's a tough girl. I just want to know what everyone's saying on that as well. Her last fight was at heavyweight. I was there. Lucy went to the fight. So big up to Lucy. What are you saying, guys?
I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, because I remember her opponent. The opponent she's fighting, she last fought at was it super middleweight?
Yeah, but the weight divisions for the women's division is a little bit different in terms of weights. So Perkins, she's strong at heavyweight. Yeah. So it will be a tough fight, man. It will be a tough fight, man. And it's a homecoming for Shields, so she has to put on a statement. But the opponent that she's fighting, it's not going to be an easy one, man. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Can usually people jumping about, the GOAT's got this. Don't get me wrong, it's a good fight.
Hannah Gabriel as well, man. So these are the things you got to put out there, man. So big up to Mr. Neutral for reminding us that, look, this is going to be, heavyweight for women is 175 plus. Lucy just comes through with the fats. So big up to Lucy, man.
Hold on. Women, something I just learned now. So women's heavyweight is equivalent to men's light heavyweight.
Exactly that, cuz. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know.
So weight. She can do it. Because the weight divisions is not the same as the heavyweight, she can fluctuate in weight, man. It's no problem. She's young. So yeah, man. What was you saying, cuz?
I was gonna say, can she come down and fight Katie Taylor? Was that too much for her?
I would say the only way she can fight Katie Taylor is if Katie Taylor can jump up to 154, man. She can't be going up and down in weight too much, man. I don't think that's going to be the best for her career. But I think if the money was right, I think she could come down to about 154. But anything less than that, that's why we're not seeing a Baumgartner fight or a Serrano fight, or, you know, because going down to like 147, that's a bit too much from when you're a heavyweight going all the way down to that, man. That would be, yeah, way too much, man. Look, Savannah Marshall wants that rematch at heavyweight, so make it interesting. This is why Lucy's obviously dropped a good gem here. If or should Clarissa Shields do win this fight, Savannah has to go to the States and fight, you know, Clarissa Shields for the belt, man, just to make it fair.
When they fought, right, it was at middleweight, right?
Yeah.
And the rematch. So and Clarissa, Serrano was it Hannah Gabriel at super middleweight?
No, she beat Franchise Cruz. Yeah.
Super middleweight.
Yeah.
Okay, it will be interesting to see them to fight heavyweight, because my understanding, Shields was saying, well, because I beat you, you know, I'm the A side, you're fighting me at middleweight, and Savannah said, no, let's fight at super middleweight. But now, if they're going to be fighting at heavyweight, that's going to be interesting, because the outcome might be a bit different. I don't know, but you know, because you know, Savannah, she's a hard hitter. She's a hard hitter.
Yep.
But yeah, we shall see.
We shall see. No, definitely, because you know what? I wanted to slightly just touch upon this. I know we spoke about it previously. I know obviously the announcement and everything. Like, we know what's happening. We kind of started like talking about it on the WhatsApp group, of course, man. The build up. Now we know that it's confirmed. You know, this is going to be a great fight. You know, at Spurs' stadium. You know, hopefully we do see Senior in Junior's corner. We've got Nigel Benn in Connor's corner. You know, you've got Ben Shalom versus Eddie Hearn, man. This just has the making of a great event. And I know a lot of people are talking about the undercard. I like the undercard, cuz, man. I can't lie to you, because you've got the trilogy, cuz. You have the trilogy. You know, the first time Lyndon Arthur got the win, and then the second time, you know, Yard got the win. I think that's a good intro, man, for you to just lay the smack down.
Boy, the trilogy, Lions in the camp, innit? You know, Lions.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Have you got Crispin and Smith fighting on that card as well?
Cause that's what I'm saying. They're sneaking in fights for people, man. Look, Abbas just reminding us right there. Bill and Smith does nothing. I know Abbas, man, but remember, he just lost his fight, man. Let's give the gentleman some credit, man. He just lost the fight. Just give him a nice little payday, a big payday in this card. And yeah, I think you got quite a few fights. So this is all confirmed on Spurs' website as well, man. So it is confirmed. We're seeing that April 26th, you're getting a football fight. You know, father. Hopefully we see the fathers, man. That's what I want to see. I want to see the fathers in the corner, because it kind of just gives it a bit of that juice.
Yeah.
If I really, because you know me, I wasn't interested in this fight.
I know. You change your tune.
What it is? Yeah. You know it is. I'm a massive Eubanks senior fan. The Eubanks, I'm always going to support them. And I'm just hoping that if you're going to do this fight, have Senior in Junior's corner. Let him just kind of be involved. So I'm hoping that they can, you know, get together, because I know Nigel's going to be there for his son, because, you know, it's family legacy. So let's see what happens, man. But I think Junior's going to win that. We all know Junior's going to win that, but let's see what Connor's really got in that, man. So
this is personal, you know. This is because I remember I spoke to one of my friends. I was saying that, you know, Connor's last performance was it was actually 157 apparently. It wasn't 154. Well, he fought at 157. Obviously during them fights, he was going through a lot in it, you know, all this nonsense going on. But with Chris, it's now personal. So remember, he's moving up 2 weight. But apparently they're fighting under the IBF rule. So
wow. Mr. Neutral just throwing a bomb there, man. So he's saying, I'm going to do the big one for Mr. Neutral because he said that he's going for Conor Ben to beat Eubank, man. So he's throwing a bomb. I'm joking, man. But yeah.
Yeah. So, apparently I heard something out. This fight is under the IBF rules. That kind of threw me off because there's no belt involved in this. So, you know, it's like I said, I've been saying this. I've said this many times, and I'm gonna keep saying this. You know, we can't look past Ben, but I thought if Eubank doesn't stop Ben, if it goes to distance, there's a possibility that Ben could win this fight because I saw in an interview Ben said that they asked him is there a rematch clause. He didn't say yes, he didn't say no. Do you know what I mean? So somebody's saying there is a rematch clause. I don't know how it works, if it's in Ben's favor or Eubank's favor. I don't know. But
you already know, guys.
Yeah.
You already know. Look, that's why I'm more supporting Eubank in this situation because look, Abbas is saying it right now. I hope Chris wins because they've done him dirty with the rehydration clause. This is an IBF fight. So why is there a clause? They've put the clause in place because they want Conor Ben to win this fight, man. They've got something against Junior. They want him to lose this fight. But I just think that, no, not even just that, because it's more, they're kind of balancing it out so that, you know, they can give some sort of leeway because, you know, Ben is moving up 2 weight classes. It is a big weight. So they kind of need to make the fight a bit fairish so it's competitive. So they have to.
I get it. But at the same time, it's weird because obviously Frank Warren is suing Eubank Jr.
Yeah, throwing it in there.
It's just mad just to think that, dude, this dude can't get a break. Do you know what I'm saying? He's about to have one of the biggest fights. You know, him hosting it in a stadium. You know, over 60,000 people, and a lot is going on already before the fight even happened. Do you know what I mean? So I just want to know, where's his mind at? Where's his head at? You know,
he's focused. I think Junior's focused. I reckon all that's in his mind right now is upholding the family name, man. Like you know the history, cuz man. You know they're so proud. You know the Eubanks. I just think that what he's trying to do is trying to get his dad involved, man. And I'm hoping that this message kind of goes to his dad just to say, look, this one fight, whatever problems you guys are going through, this is Ben versus Eubank. Family needs to be united, and I'm just hoping that we get to see, you know, the leap over the rope. Then you got, you know, Eubank looking proud. You know what he does, man, when he's normally there. I want to see that, man.
Oh yeah, big up Ben Shalom, though, man. This is a big event for him. You know, like this is what he's been in the industry. He's been with Sky for what? How many years?
Not long. Years? Not long. And you know the history as well, cuz let me give people this history as well. Boxing and Matchroom. When it initially started, in terms of the collaboration, it was from Eubank when Eubank got that first 8-fight deal, and now Sky. On Sky, exactly that. Yes, Matchroom and Sky, and since then, you've been seeing the links between boxing and Sky for all these years. Now, you know, we're thinking, I don't know how many years down the line, but we're seeing this event. But will it be on Sky or is this going to be on DAZN? Cuz this should be on Sky.
I think a bit of both. You know, I think
they should be both. I'm not even going
to lie. Sky box office. I think, yeah, because you know, you got to think of it.
It's legacy right there, man.
Yeah, it's legacy. Eubank is what box office, Sky Sports, whereas Conor Ben, he's with Matchroom DAZN. So I think it's going to be a joint one. But look, it's a big event. It's a huge event. Just want to briefly touch on the next week event. Benavides. I think Benavides probably got this, you know.
Yes, because you got into the main event. Yeah. David El Monstro Benavides. Yeah,
I swear he's naturally the bigger guy.
no, they both moved up themselves,
Yeah.
man. They both kind of
Okay.
they weren't waiting at 168 for long, man. Like I think Benavidez was tired. Morel moved up as well. He was tired of waiting. So yeah, look, I break them. That's why this is the fight to have, man, because Benavidez is ready, cuz I think he wants the winner out of Bivol and Bertaviev.
That's
I
crazy.
think he wants the winner.
That
So
is crazy.
let's see.
Wow. Yeah, no, I think he's got this. I'm going for the not. Yeah, I think he's gonna KO him.
Oh, you're going for KO. Morel is. This is going to be a tough fight for both of them. I think this is going to be an all-out war.
Yeah.
So this is one of the reasons why, you know, maybe monopolizing boxing isn't the one right now, because PBC, you know, they're putting on events like this. You got Salita Promotions. He's got something going on as well. Then you've got, you know, Riyadh season with Turkey Al Sheikh, man. He's doing tremendous things, man. So maybe for now, boxing, let it just have different entities right now, man. And let's just hopefully all of these can collaborate better with the influence, with the money, and we're probably going to see a new fight, a matchroom fighter. And you know, in Riyadh season, I would love to kind of see that.
It'll happen. It'll happen. 2025 is a big year for boxing. 2025 is definitely a big year for boxing. Now, look, we could potentially see Tank and Shakur Stevens this year.
Because if you know that's the fight that I want to see.
You know what fight I would like to see as well. Haven't even mentioned this person's name yet. You know, obviously at the moment AJ stuck in the mud. You know, we don't know what's happening. It'll be interesting to see him and Andrew Ruiz trilogy, because it's 1-1.
Cuz I wouldn't mind to see that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind to see that. Even, you know, Dylan White, you know, a lot of people could say whatever. Even this fight as well, cuz like a lot of people could say whatever, but we have said it on a few shows that if you can't do Fury versus AJ, just get Wilder, man. Like, let's make that fight the final fight. And look, it's going to be an exciting one. But we know who's not going to want to fight our guy, cuz, man, because most avoided heavyweight, man. Right now, you know, Martin Bakole.
Whose undercard is he fighting? And again, he's fighting in America, right?
It's going to be the US undercard. Exactly. That's going to be Las Vegas. Oh, you got Tank 1. Okay, Tank won't give in to the to the Turkey. Now, big up to Rob, man. He's obviously now, you know, he's now a big Tank fan. You know, it took quite a few. It took a while, man, to get Ra to respect what Tank's doing in boxing. But yeah, let's see what happens, cuz, man. Let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting, you know, few months, I would say. But cuz, in terms of AJ, and I always ask you this question: who do you want him to fight next, man? Do you want that Andy Ruiz, or do you want that Wilder? If you was AJ and I said, okay, got Ruiz for you, or you've got Wilder, or you've got Rumble in the Jungle with Martin Bakole, which one are you choosing? If you was AJ right now,
it's at this moment him fighting Bakole is high risk, no rewards.
Yep.
Him fighting Andy Ruiz, it can go either way because Andy Ruiz is quick. Him fighting Wilder will most probably be the opponent to choose, because when you think about both of them, they ain't got no punch resistance. So it just really comes down to who lands first, do you know what I mean? And then the fight push over. So yeah, I'll probably go for the Wilder fight because it will probably make sense financially, do you know what I mean? And it'll probably be bigger if it's in America, you know, just to earn that respect. So that's the route I would go. The only one, again, we're talking about in Africa, but Would it happen in Congo? I don't think so. I don't know. It will most probably happen in Nigeria or a neutral ground somewhere. I don't know. Just
Ghana
or Zimbabwe. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So
South Africa, like we could do it, man. Like
yeah.
we had the World Cup in South Africa and in these venues. Like, why can't we get these big events back home in Africa? I think it can happen. I reckon somebody is listening. So Riyadh season will come back.
At the same time, Bakoli needs to beat his next opponent. Like okay, when I say beat, he has to win. If it's one of them ones, he wins the distance and he won, it could be okay. But if he knocks him out, then like, yeah, dude, like, come on, somebody, you give him the fights. So, and not even that, Daniel Dubois made a statement. He said he wants to shut up Bakoli. That would be an interesting fight as well.
Please, cuz who you got in that fight, man? If that fight happens, if you got Bakoli versus Daniel Dubois, where would you do that fight first if that happens?
That fight is I was just doing Riyadh, I'm sorry, doing Saudi.
Fighting a Jakba can be boring as hell, man. So look, this is just confirming who Bakoli fighting.
Used to be the guy back in the days, people used to fear him. There was one time he was fighting someone, the person that his opponent got in the ring and he's left the ring.
Yeah, but he just left the ring because of contractual issues, man. It weren't because he was scared or nothing. I heard because he just said, you know what, you guys are not going to pay me? All right, I'm going to just, that's what I heard, man. But from the outside looking in, it looks like he's scared, man. But from my understanding, contractual issues in the back end, and he said, all right, cool, that's what I'm going to do. So he went there, walked out. So, yeah, man. Interesting times, man. I just do think that hopefully we can get these fights. And I think Dubois versus Bakoli, I think that could be a great fight. But like you said, Bakoli has to get through a Jagba, which I think he should do. Like Billy Nelson, does a tremendous job in the back end. So let's see.
Who wins Bakoli vs Triple D? How do you see that one going? It's weird, but I just see Triple D doing the same thing what he done to AJ, just being explosive. But I think Bakoli will be calculated, and him too, he'll be explosive at mid to later round. Because I feel like when Bakoli gets punched in the belly, I don't think he can feel it. It's like he dances around it, But
you know what? I could see that fight being. I could see that fight being a George Foreman versus Joe Frazier fight, where you got Joe Frazier's Dubois coming in, steaming forward, but then you got the George Foreman with the power hands. He's gonna catch him with some shots, cause you've seen with Bakoli's fighting style, he is very what's the word? He's more upper movement, so he doesn't waste too much energy in his legs. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good, man. I just can't wait if that fight happens, cause honestly. So
let's see in it. Let's see. Well, hopefully they get through their opponents. But my understanding, Dubois after Parker, it's a U6. So I think for now, U6 is chilling.
Ooh, okay, yes. Look, Lucy's just Curtis Harper was the guy who walked out the ring. Curtis Harper is Wilder's next opponent. Oh my days! Look at this. Lucy's Fetch just threw in. Just you see how mad we just mentioned him out of the blue, and look at this one. So that guy was going to be Wilder's next opponent. Wow! Look, and Rod just wants to see that fight in Kinshasa, man. So, guys, if that fight is gonna happen, we've said it a few times. I always kind of need to remind people that we've hosted such a big event back home, cuz man. So Ring Magazine make something nice, and even put a little belt on the line as well. That would be sweet. And if Bakoli wins that, I think he'll be a legend, for life, man, forever. Especially in Congo, just for bringing that fight back home.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll just have to wait and see in it. 2025, it's a good year for boxing, so it can go either way. So that look, if Bakoli loses his next fight, you must say goodbye to AJ because he ain't gonna entertain it. So yeah, we just have to wait and see. Should AJ lose his next fight, I don't think his career is done. Like he's a big draw. you know what I mean? There's still fights out there for him. So let's see, because you got two people. You got Dylan White said he wants to put AJ in retirement. Triple D said he wants to put AJ in retirement. So it's just like, dude, these people are after him.
They know that, like, from a business perspective, he's the golden goose. He's the businessman. So they know even if it's not for a title, for example, you're still gonna get a big payday, man. It's AJ at the end of the day, man. So we got to respect him, for that, man. So Dubois definitely was happy to come in first as a champion against AJ, man. So that just shows you the kind of level he's at.
Yeah, man. Still shots by Fury though, but hey, that's it is what it is.
As what do you think? Like, just before we go, what do you think?
I think it could be an end of year thing. It could be an end of year. I just think he's just relaxing, chilling, waiting to see where AJ's head's at in his next fight, and then from there he might just come out like, look, let's do this. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man. We come on, like, yeah. If it doesn't get done yet, or it could be a thing where it can get done where they both retired, and then when I come out of retirement, make it happen. It's like, well, what's the point? You've missed out on the biggest paycheck. Do you know what I mean? I mean, look, they're no longer undefeated no more. Do you know what I mean? And Fury's only lost twice to one person, where AJ's lost. Obviously, AJ's lost to Andrew Ruiz, to Dubois, and to Usyk twice. So he's got like 4 L's. So yeah, it's what it is, man. It's what it is.
It's what it is, man. Just as a reminder, Lucy's just saying this belt is beautiful. It is. I know. It is absolutely beautiful. And I think Usyk was the winner on the night of that belt. So yeah. Now big up to Usyk, and hopefully His Excellency can deliver, Riyadh season back home in Kinshasa. So that will be a lovely dream. But, Martin Bakoli has to do the job. Dubois has to do the job. AJ, we need to see who he's going to fight, man. So there's a lot of options, and boxing's exciting right now, man. But people, thank you so much, for tuning in to another boxing roundup. It's a Sunday service. We do this every Sunday just for the boxing community. And we appreciate all of you guys. We appreciate the support, the comments, the likes, the reshares, the reposts. Like, we appreciate everything. So just make sure you're following us on the socials. And if you've got any suggestions, recommendations, feedback, just throw it over. And we'll do our best to, deliver tremendous content, of course. And just as a reminder, people, we've got to shout out the Sports Podcast Awards. Once again, we're shortlisted, so next week we should know where we finish. I just wanted to thank everyone that got involved in the votes. And cuz just before we round up, here's a quick word from our sponsors. D-Rock. Yes, people, 40% off iBoxingHub 24. Take advantage. Head over to the description and just go to D-Rock. And if you like anything, just use the discount code. But yeah, cuz, I'm going to hand it over to you. But I just want to remind people, of course, 2 events next week. Boxing is back. Cuz, wrap us up, man.
Yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. Keep supporting. We shall see you again on Wednesday. Have a productive week ahead. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my scarred with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag, so